Have you ever wondered how a tiny, cramped clothing store in a small Japanese town could blossom into a global fashion empire worth billions? This isn't just a story about clothes. It's the incredible journey of one man, Tadashi Yanai, who transformed a humble family business into the phenomenon we know as Uniqlo. It's a tale of relentless ambition, profound insight, and a philosophy forged in the crucible of a strict upbringing. This is the story of Japan's richest man and the 7 timeless principles that propelled him from a small-town shopkeeper to a titan of the global fashion industry. Tadashi Yanai was born on February 7, 1949, in the industrial city of Ube, Yamaguchi Prefecture. His world was not one of glamour or privilege. He grew up in a small, bustling household, where life and business were inextricably linked. His father, a man of stern discipline and unwavering standards, owned a modest men's clothing store called Men's Shop Ogori Shoshi. The family of 6 lived directly above this cramped shop, their daily lives unfolding amidst the scent of new fabrics and the quiet hum of commerce. Life above the store meant there was no separation between work and home, a lesson in dedication that was imprinted on young Tadashi from his earliest days. The most profound influence on Yanai's life was his father's relentless strictness. He was a man who demanded excellence in all things, a patriarch who instilled in his son a single powerful mantra that would echo throughout his life: everything must come first. This wasn't just a piece of fatherly advice, it became the core of the family's parenting philosophy. It meant that in any endeavor, one must strive to be the best, to lead, to never settle for second place. This simple yet profound saying became the driving force behind every decision Tadashi Yanai would later make. A constant reminder of the high bar he had to clear, not just for his father, but for himself. After graduating from the prestigious Waseda University in 1971 with a degree in political science, Yanai, like many young graduates, sought his own path. He took a job at a Jusco supermarket. But the corporate environment felt stifling. He found the work uninspiring and mundane. A far cry from the dynamic, all-consuming world of his father's shop. After just 1 year, he quit, a decision that might have seemed like a step backward. He returned to Ube, back to the small store, to help his father. Little did he know, this return home was not an admission of failure, but the first crucial step on a journey that would redefine the world of fashion. The 1980s marked a pivotal turning point. Working in his father's store, Yanai was no longer a reluctant employee, but an observant apprentice. He honed his understanding of retail, learning the intricacies of buying, selling, and serving customers. His perspective, however, was dramatically broadened by his trips overseas. On his travels to Europe and the United States, he witnessed a retail revolution in motion. He saw the meteoric rise of self-service clothing chains like Gap and Benetton. These stores were vibrant, accessible, and radically different from the traditional service-heavy shops common in Japan. It treated clothing not as a precious commodity, but as a fun, accessible part of daily life. A powerful idea began to form in Yanai's mind, a synthesis of his father's business acumen and the new models he was seeing abroad. He envisioned a new kind of store for Japan. It wouldn't be a stuffy boutique. It would be a self-service store where you can buy clothes at reasonable prices and as easily as buying a weekly magazine. He imagined a vast, open space, a big warehouse of clothing where customers of all ages and backgrounds could freely browse and choose what they needed without pressure. It was a concept built on affordability, convenience, and democratic access to quality apparel. In 1984, this vision became a reality. In a quiet suburb of Hiroshima, he opened the first unique clothing warehouse. The name itself was a declaration of its mission, to offer unique, high-quality basics for everyone. This single store was the seed from which a global empire would grow, the physical manifestation of an idea that would soon capture the imagination of a nation. The early 1990s brought a formidable challenge to Japan. The bursting of the economic bubble and the beginning of a long, painful recession known as the Lost Decade. For many businesses, it was a time of crisis and collapse. But for Yanai's burgeoning chain, it was an unprecedented opportunity. As consumers tightened their belts and became more price-conscious, Uniqlo's core value proposition, high quality, stylish basics, at incredibly low prices, resonated deeply. The brand's focus on affordability and convenience was no longer just an alternative. It became an essential. Uniqlo's growth during this period was nothing short of explosive. The name, which had been shortened from Unique Clothing Warehouse, was becoming a household word. By 1994, the company proudly opened its 100th store. Just 2 years later, in 1996, that number had doubled to 200 stores across Japan. The brand had successfully tapped into the zeitgeist of the era, offering comfort and value when the nation needed it most. An amusing anecdote from this period reveals Yanai's pragmatic and adaptable nature. The original brand name was spelled Uniqlo. However, during the process of registering a subsidiary in Hong Kong in 1988, a clerical error was made. The registration staff mistook the letter C for a Q. Instead of seeing this as a mistake to be corrected, Yanai looked at the new name, Uniqlo. He found the sharp, modern look of the letter Q to be more visually appealing and distinctive. In a move that demonstrated his unconventional thinking, he didn't just accept the change for the Hong Kong office. He decided to rebrand the entire company. And so Uniqlo became Uniqlo, a happy accident that gave the brand the iconic name it carries today. The monumental success of Uniqlo is not a matter of luck or timing. It is the direct result of a deeply ingrained business philosophy, a set of golden principles that Tadashi Yanai has championed relentlessly. Among them, 7 stand out as the pillars of his empire. First, customers are the core of the business. For Yanai, every decision, from fabric sourcing to store layout, must begin and end with the customer's needs and desires. Second, a business must contribute to society. He believes that a company's purpose extends beyond profit. It has a responsibility to improve the world, whether through sustainable practices or by creating products that genuinely enhance people's lives. Third, one must always be optimistic and learn from failure. Yanai famously believes that business is a series of 1 win and 9 losses. He sees failure not as a setback, but as an essential part of the learning process, a stepping stone to eventual success. The fourth principle is a relentless focus on the smallest things. Yanai is obsessed with detail, from the stitching on a shirt to the way a store employee folds a t-shirt. He understands that excellence lies in the perfection of these minute details, which collectively create an unparalleled customer experience. Complacency is the enemy of growth, and Yanai constantly challenges himself and his company to be better, to question assumptions, and to never believe their own hype. Sixth, he maintains a long-term vision. While managing the day-to-day, his gaze is always on the horizon. His stated goal is not just to be a major player, but to become the largest fashion group in the world, a testament to his boundless ambition. Finally, the 7th principle is to break through your own limits and adapt to change. In the fast-moving world of fashion and retail, the ability to pivot, innovate, and reinvent oneself is paramount to survival and success. Beyond these corporate tenets, Mr. Yanai offers a powerful piece of personal advice, especially for the younger generation. He emphasizes the supreme importance of time over money. Time is more valuable than money, he insists. He urges young people to live with a sense of urgency and purpose, to seize the day and act now. His philosophy is a call to action. Act today as if it were your last day. This is not a morbid sentiment, but a powerful exhortation to live fully, to pursue your dreams with passion, and to never postpone what you can achieve today. From a boy living above his father's strict shop to the visionary leader of a global brand, Tadashi Yanai's life is a testament to the power of a clear philosophy, an unwavering work ethic, and the courage to turn a simple idea into a worldwide revolution. His journey teaches us that greatness often begins in the most humble of places. Fueled by a simple yet powerful conviction, everything must come first.